Tell me when we're live.
We should be live soon.
Patrons are fools and idiots and shit. Oh, I mean,
and we are going to be live in 3 minutes, I think. So.
All right, cool. All right, well. How are we going to fuck over these stupid dupes that watch us this week?
I don't know.
These rubes, dude.
We got to figure out how to fuck them even harder than worse.
What are we going to do? How are we going to
I was
bend
thinking
them
RV
over?
trip 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Another RV trip.
That's a great idea. I think
we should raise money for like an RV trip to Mars.
Yeah. Because we've already done the moon.
We've already been to the moon.
Yeah.
Already been around America.
We've never been
anywhere.
Well, I mean,
sucker ass faggots.
We've been, you know what I'm saying? We went.
Anyway, I'm thinking like RV trip to Mars. All right. Anyway, it's probably time to start the show.
All right.
Let's just go ahead here. I'm gonna go ahead and just press the show button and. Hey everybody!
Hey guys,
welcome to Deep Fat Fried.
Wow, I'm
got an
I'm
exciting announcement for you guys. We are have a GoFundMe link in the description.
Yes,
we are doing an RV trip to Mars.
We're gonna be the first dudes
on
Mars,
first
and it's gonna be awesome.
human beings to walk on the face of Mars.
We're gonna smoke a
and
fat
also,
doobie on
if
Mars.
that's not enough, TJ's inflamed balls have returned.
Yes,
he's got pus balls again.
My pus balls are back. And I will send samples of my ball pus to the lucky first 3 donors. So get down there.
Become a patron.
Yep.
Now's the time.
It's
wait,
great.
These are the patrons that we're talking to, aren't they?
Yeah, they are the patrons.
They already became one.
We need to get them to the GoFundMe page.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we got to funnel them
They've
again.
already proven that they're saps that'll give us money. So
TJ.
Oh, yeah, shit. Sorry. Ha, 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 ha.
Good one, TJ.
You rube.
You rubes.
Funny joke, TJ.
You stupid fucking imbeciles. Anyway. So, how you guys doing? How we're talking about marriage night? That's pretty cool.
I mean, we got,
everyone here has been married at least once.
I was talking to Scotty earlier, but we got 3. If we had one more perspective, we'd have pretty much the 4 perspectives that are possible on marriage.
Oh, yeah?
If we had a dude that had never been married before, because look, we've got first-time marriage guy, fresh-faced, idealistic, first young wife. First marriage.
Dude, I want to tell you, well, you go ahead.
We've got second marriage divorcee, and we've got unmarried divorcee.
Yep. And the only other possible one
is unmarried ever.
Or like serial marriage person.
Or somebody's been like super married.
Married like fucking 8 times.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Well, that'd been like our dad, but he's dead.
If our dad was here, he could tell you about that one.
Yeah.
You know,
nobody that I know.
I tried to get Stevie
that has that as anywhere near here.
Yeah, I tried to get Stevie to come on the show, but you know
Stevie could have been the bachelor.
Yeah, the guy who's probably never going to get married.
So this is what happened. I'll give you the quick recap of.
That's your brother, man. You gotta want him to get laid. We gotta get him laid.
I knock on fucking Stevie's door and I'm like,
you could fuck him, Paul.
I don't want to fuck him. I want to find him a chick.
You want to get him laid. I think that you should offer your ass.
Well, that would be one way to do it.
Well, number one, Stevie's a fat dude, so his standards are way too high, number one. So, I mean, like, he look at Paul and be like,
his standards?
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute,
Paul,
dude. I had offers.
Wait a minute. Stevie's a fucking incel, dude.
He's an incel?
Oh, dude.
Think about it.
Think so?
Yeah, he's a fucking incel, dude.
No.
Dude, I gotta tell you why.
I don't know if he identifies as that or if he goes to the community.
He's definitely an incel.
You're labeling him?
Yeah, but he's an involuntary celibate, dude.
Dude, okay, I'll tell you why, though. I came and knocked on Stevie's door. I'm like, Steve, you want to be on our show? And he's like, I am sleeping now. It's like, Steve, it's like 7 o'clock. Like, why are you asleep? I am tired.
Well,
I am tired at this
some ladies like that.
Stevie doesn't have a job.
Look, I am a
Stevie
firm
ain't got
believer.
nothing going on.
I am a firm believer in a fact.
I love you, Stevie, but you're a lazy sack of shit.
There's a vagina or an ass for every day.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't believe that. Like, I remember I used to sit around thinking, like, man, when I hear someone be like, there's someone for everyone, I'd be like, not for Scotty, dude. Not for Scotty. He's too difficult. There's no way any woman will ever put up with that shit. And then Scotty was always having these girlfriends that just sucked. Like, really bad.
Just like a train of bad girlfriends.
Like, he dated, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, let's not even get into all that. But
anyway, but, you know, like, there was a series of, like, disastrous,
a series of
bad
terrible
relationships.
Terrible people.
That were just awful. And I'm like, oh, my God, Scotty, come on, dude. And then finally...
Oh, man, you're no fucking prize winner in that category, buddy.
Finally, he met Taylor, though. And then she's good. So she, for somehow, like, she has the personality that I didn't think would exist that could actually successfully mesh with
That's
Scotty's
what I'm saying,
personality.
dude.
So
there is
you're right.
literally
There is someone for everyone.
and I'm telling you,
I believe it.
and I'm telling you, dude.
I believe.
Scotty. The difficulty of Scotty is one thing, but you've seen pictures of these dudes that are like 800 pounds, sweaty.
Yeah.
dude. Sometimes those guys have chicks.
Yeah.
taking care of them.
Yeah.
Cleaning under their rolls and bringing them endless mac and cheese and shit. Brett Keane, who shall not be named on the show ever, is currently married. There's a bitch that like every day blows his
Brett.
big old blubbery manatee cock.
Do you need me to scrap your
You know what I
rolls
mean?
again?
I doubt he gets a blowjob.
There's
a day.
no excuse.
Gum me, baby.
Well, she's got teeth, right? I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway, whatever. We're not here to talk
I
about
know.
fucking Brett.
Let's not go down that vortex.
Yeah, let's
I mean,
stay
but that
away.
is a marriage.
Vortex,
and we
like
are here to
black
talk
hole.
about the institution of marriage, are we not?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
mental institution of marriage.
You're just making the point that you believe almost with I would say maybe with very few exceptions, almost anyone can get married.
Yeah.
Or find someone that
Yeah, anybody can get. This was more in terms of like Stevie, because like anybody can get. Dude, Stevie is not a bad looking dude.
Is
number
there
one.
any chicks in this audience that'll fuck Stevie?
Yes.
Let's
Is
just
Stevie
say
a
that.
virgin?
Guaranteed. Yeah, Stevie's probably a virgin.
guys
I mean,
think-
I won't put that label on him, and I don't think it matters.
Stevie's a virgin.
I don't think it
No,
matters.
I don't even know, man.
I don't know.
I'm not saying it matters.
If I had to guess, I would
If
say he
you
probably
asked him, I'm sure he'd be like, "No."
I've had several conquests.
But it wouldn't matter if he was. If he was or he wasn't, he'd still say no.
Scotty, I have had many conquests. I have
Dude,
conquered and
virginity
plowed many
is
fields.
nothing to be ashamed of, guys. I'm kidding.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, hey, if there's a girl watching this that wants to fuck Stevie, just let me.
We will,
I guarantee there is.
Let me just put it all out there.
dude,
all right.
we'll start the fucking Stevie Get Laid fucking GoFundMe. How
He
about
has
that?
no job. Occasionally, he works for his dad. Sometimes
He's pretty lazy.
he lives with his parents in a small ass room, cluttered with shit.
It's always perpetually dirty.
He's oversensitive and, that's. I mean, Stevie.
Oh,
You've
there's
seen
some
him.
good things about Stevie
There
that
are.
you're leaving out.
There are
Stevie's
good
got
things.
a great big heart. He's
Yes.
protective and
Yep.
loyal.
Yeah.
He's trustworthy.
Yeah. Well,
to an extent.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When it comes, maybe not so much when it comes to work, but when it comes to I don't know. You guys would know better than me on that.
We got to tell that fucking story about Stevie. You negotiating.
Oh,
with
is it a
Stevie.
trustworthiness
Which one?
story?
By paying Stevie? Remember?
Paying him?
Oh, the recent one?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, you go
dude.
ahead.
You
go ahead.
Oh, you want me to do it? Okay, sure. So like TJ and TJ's like, Stevie, I want you to edit this D&D thing for me. It's like, okay, so like, and according to you, there's no set amount. You're just saying like, oh, maybe $100 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. So then Stevie comes back to TJ and it's like, oh, how much will I be being paid? And TJ's like, I don't know. How much do you think it was, Stevie? To see if Stevie is honest and like about $100. Stevie's like, I was expecting $190. And TJ's all like, you're expecting wrong, bitch.
What about the time?
But you know what? Wait,
what about the time,
No, I have
though?
a follow up.
Okay.
And then Stevie was like super butthurt about it for a while. He's like, dude, I thought I would be paid more for this project. It's
Dude,
like,
what about
Stevie?
the time that Mom came to us and she's like, guys, Stevie wrote this thing and it's so
Oh
good.
no, dude!
It's so good. He's actually a brilliant writer. I'm like, wow, really? And we went and reread it, and we're like, man, it's pretty good. And then we fucking looked it up, and he fucking stole it from some fucking forum
Dude, he
online
plagiarized
somewhere.
it?
Yep. And he's like, I wrote this.
Another time.
He also stole the lyrics
Mind
for
Tile.
Mind Tile by Rammstein.
He translated them to English.
And he changed a few words around. He's like, I wrote this also. It's like,
Oh, Stevie.
come on, Steve.
That's
Oh,
all right,
dude, it was
dude.
great. You know, we confronted him till we put on. Like, I was like, hey, Steve, you want to listen to a song with me? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So I go put on Rammstein Mind Tile. I'm like, the song sounds familiar, doesn't it? And he's just kind of like playing, like, yeah. I'm like, just gonna similar to that poem you wrote. He's like, yeah. And it's like, you know, what's funny? If you translate that poem from German to English, it's pretty much the poem you wrote. He's like, yeah. So I'm like, so you didn't write the poem then? He's all like, no, I wrote the poem. I'm like, Stevie, you didn't write the fucking poem. And we go back and forth. The father's like, damn it, I did write the poem. I'm like, Stevie, it's right fucking here. Come read this shit and tell me you didn't steal it. He's like, oh, I stole it, but no. And it's like, come on, dude. and every once in a while, me and Stevie will be riding around, and I always just do this randomly to fuck with Stevie. And I'm like, hey, Stevie, remember the time you fucking made up you stole Mind Tile as your own? He's all like, Must you always bring this up?
Am I always to be reminded of my past indiscretions?
Yeah.
Dude,
sure
Stevie's
are.
a good guy. Stevie's always been cool to me. He's helped me out. He's a nice dude. There's a lady out there.
You're literally the only one trying to get him laid at this point, dude.
Dude, he could,
Come on, someone fuck Stevie.
That's sad because, like, you guys are his
We need
brothers.
a fuck Stevie contest, dude.
Stevie.
You guys should want him to be out there getting some
No,
poon.
hey, you know what? I'm fine. Let's do the fuck Stevie contest. If he want to
Is there
participate,
can we offer a prize for fucking Stevie, or is that prostitution?
That's probably
no,
prostitution.
we can't offer that. But what we can say is that optionally they can do.
What
that.
about just to date him?
No, well, TJ, they optionally
Wink,
can
wink.
Go
Date
on a
him or
date.
date him?
Yeah.
To go on a date
Wink,
with,
wink.
and
with
see-
Stevie.
With
and
Stevie.
see if there's chemistry or something.
Yeah. A
A
happens.
date that includes a movie, a dinner, and a hotel
and we will
room.
and we will pay for it all.
Yeah, we will pay for all of it if you're willing to do it.
You
if
guys
you're out
just
there-
got done, like, talking about how fucking unfuckable Stevie is for the last half hour.
No, listen. I want them to know what they're getting into. I want them to know.
Oh, dude, you laugh.
I want all of the foibles on the table so they
Paul,
can't be surprised.
You know what? That's a fucking tradition in our family because when TJ and Chelsea met, I was like, Chelsea, something that you know about TJ. And I just give a rundown about what TJ's like as a person.
Yeah.
I'm like, TJ is obviously he's fat, he's lazy, he's slovenly, he just had an insect infestation in his room because he doesn't clean. He pretty much will never help you cook, clean, drive anywhere, do anything because he'll have an excuse. If you try to argue with TJ, he has a million reasons why he didn't do something. Actually, you did it wrong. And I just went through a list about TJ.
You know what, dude? As you're saying all that shit, I'm like, oh man, she's got me, dude. Because I've been doing all those things now. What the fuck has happened to me, dude?
She's had you for a long time.
I know.
She's-
I'm
and you
just
think
now
she doesn't
fucking
know this
realizing
shit?
it. I'm just felt the noose tighten as he's saying all that. Like, that was the old me.
I mean, TJ, I lived with you for like less than a year, and I know all that shit, dude. I knew that shit before we ever moved in together.
I don't even argue anymore. She's like, come help me do this. I'm like, yeah, okay.
dude? Because you realize when you
I
have
groan.
a woman.
She knows I don't want to do it because I'll groan and I'll fucking.
Oh, dude, but once you're married,
But I do it.
It's because you know why?
I'm like those fucking guys from those videos.
Yeah.
For the mall cop guy.
Yeah.
How they're like, I ain't doing shit. I ain't leaving. And
As you
they're
leave.
walking out the fucking door.
Yeah.
That's
Dude,
me now.
Well, I can relate to you, dude.
chains.
And this actually ties back to marriage totally. It's because when you live with a woman long enough, they learn all your bullshit. Every
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
excuse. So, like, same thing with Taylor. Taylor's like, you better do this. I'm just like, I better do it. Because otherwise, like, this will happen. Every once in a while, I'll have an argument with Taylor. And almost inevitably, I basically get schooled about how all this bullshit I've done. And at the end of it, she's like, can you have anything to argue or say about this? And I'm like, not really. I'm just going to go do that bullshit now.
You can't even beat a woman in an argument, though.
And see, you don't even need marriage for that shit.
I
I've lived
know.
with
I know.
women for long
Yeah.
periods of time before with no marriage
But
involved.
here's the deal. That's the first time I actually put up with it. Because me as a person, I would always argue.
Yeah, but once you got that bitch that's really got your number, you fucked. You fucked. You
And
fucked.
most
You
of
fucked.
them,
You
like
fucked.
on a long enough time scale, most of them do.
Yeah.
Like you're not as slick as you think you are. Mm-hmm. And that's just the truth. So let's get into marriage.
Anyway, yeah, let's
I mean,
talk
we're
a little
already
about
kind
it.
of talking about marriage.
Sure, yeah.
Let's talk about it.
So I thought we'd just start with a dictionary definition.
All right, fair enough.
Decent enough little place
Merriam-Webster, the show.
here. Merriam-Webster. Merriam-Webster.
Hashtag Merriam-Webster DFF.
DFF fucking suck. Laziest fucking podcast I've ever fucking seen.
Next, we're going to have the Wikipedia article for marriage.
And then we're going to read the Wikipedia article for marriage, and that's pretty much the show.
Yeah.
I actually do not have anything from Wikipedia, so
Hey,
there
What?
you go.
I demand you
Wow.
pull some from Wikipedia.
that's growth.
Wife in chat. Oh, yeah, Scotty's wife is. That's true.
Taylor, you're great. I love you. You're wonderful and amazing.
Oh, hello, honey.
Hey, what you were saying a second
Taylor
ago.
is amazing, and she's great. And you guys are fortunate to even know her.
All right, so marriage, definition of marriage. All right, one.
Marriage.
There's one A, B, and C, okay?
Ooh.
So see usage paragraph below. The state of being united as spouses in a consensual and contractual relationship recognized by law. That's A.
I mean, that's the main one, right?
B is the mutual relation of a married person, wedlock.
Right.
C, the institution whereby individuals are joined in a marriage.
So a marriage, yeah.
So, 2, an act of marrying or the rite by which the married status is affected, especially the wedding ceremony
So the actual event
attendant
of your
festivities
wedding. Yeah.
or formalities. And then 3, an intimate or close person.
Union.
Union. The marriage of painting and poetry is an example. So it's like, the marriage of two.
More of a...
Dude, the
You're
marriage-
writing some pretentious. It's like the perfect marriage of this element and that element because I'm a pretentious
perfect
fucking
marriage of munchies
New York
and
Times
weed.
writer or something. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
The marriage of Scotty and being a total faggot.
But we're really kind of talking about A, B, and one A, B, and C.
We talk about this shit. Here.
Yeah, one
That's
A,
what
B,
we
and
talk
C.
about. So I got a little brief history marriage here.
A
Cool.
history of marriage.
History.
Because wasn't marriage more just like an informal thing until very recently? Like it was just like you're recognized by like your community.
Well,
We'll find out.
Let's find out, Scotty.
Oh, all right, TJ.
All right, guys, let's find
All
out.
right, that sounds great, TJ. Go ahead and read it, TJ. Can you fucking read, bitch?
Those are it's puss would be with one S, guys. Stop writing puss balls. It's puss balls.
Dude, it's because autocorrect does that to you, dude.
Early marriage was born of ancient society's need to secure a safe environment in which to breed, handle the granting of property rights, and protect bloodlines. Ancient Hebrew law required a man to become the husband of a deceased brother's widow. It's like you have that Bible story about that guy who...
Is it Onan?
Yeah, Onan. He wouldn't
Yeah.
fuck his brother's wife. He just kept
He
spilling
spittled his seed onto the ground.
Yeah.
And God's all
God
like,
smote his ass.
damn!
God's like, oh yeah? Boom, you're
Smote.
dead.
You're smote, bitch.
You ain't
Now
jerking
what?
off. Fuck you.
Go jerk off in hell, bitch.
But even in these times, marriage was much about love and desire as it was about social and economic stability. In its roundness, the engagement ring, a custom dating back to ancient Rome, is believed to represent eternity and everlasting union. It was once believed a vein or nerve ran directly from the ring finger of the left hand to the heart. Your veins all run to the heart, so that's probably right. Many other modern-day marriage traditions have their origins in these ancient times. Newlyweds are said to have aided fertility by drinking a brew made from honey during certain lunar phases, and it is this tradition from which we derive the origins of the word honeymoon.
Oh, that's the time where you're supposed to be feeding your bitch all this fertility stuff.
Get you some honey and you bitch.
Get to ovulating,
Yep.
bitch.
The moon is full. Drink this honey and let's fuck.
Yeah. Because back in the day, they did believe that like women's periods were guided by the phases of the moon and shit too.
I see. One wife or two. Understanding of marriage contrasted greatly from culture to culture. Some cultures viewed the institutions as endogamous. Men were required to marry within their social group, family, clan, or tribe. Exogamous. Damn it, that's fucking tough. Marrying outside the geographical region or social group are polygamous, allowing men to take more than one bride. Polygamy was formally banned towards the end of the Roman Empire with laws against adultery, fornication, and other relationships outside of a monogamous lifelong covenant. The seeds of modern marriage were sowed here, and they extend into the modern Western world.
So it was the Romans that fucked it all up for us.
Yeah, they ruined
They
it.
fucked up so bad that the people that came after them were like, look, we're not going to repeat all these fucking things they did. No more polygamy.
Yeah,
It's like, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Romans, you dumb fucks.
Yeah, dude, the Romans got that one wrong.
Ugh.
How their civilization fell, dude.
So here's another form of marriage, because that's kind of talking about romantic marriages.
So this is
but
the arranged one.
Of
where you're-
course, there was also marriages of convenience and also to unite clans and families and things like that. Arranged alliances. Marriage is a truly ancient institution that predates recorded history. But early marriage was seen as a strategic alliance between families, with the youngsters often having no say in the matter. In some cultures, parents even married one child to the spirit of a deceased child in order to strengthen familial bonds.
Dude,
So-
how fucked up would it be to be the chick that was married to a ghost?
Yeah.
Or the little
Because
kid
you know
that
he
was,
ain't laying the pipe.
Yeah.
no ghost
So what do
pipe,
you
dude.
like? I assume that you don't get to divorce his ghost.
No, you just fuck. You don't get to fuck nobody.
Yeah, you just never get to fuck nobody else because you'd be cheating on a
Damn,
ghost.
dude.
Cheating on your ghost husband, you fucking whore.
He's here in spirit.
What a weird tradition.
Yeah, man. Fuck
Oh
that.
man, you know those bitches be fucking all the time.
Family ties. Keeping alliances within the family was also quite common in the Bible. The forefathers Isaac and Jacob married cousins, and Abraham married his half-sister.
Ooh, kinky.
Cousin marriages remain common throughout the world, particularly in the Middle East.
That's kind of hot.
That would explain a few things. In fact, Rutgers anthropologist Robin Fox has estimated that the majority of all marriages throughout history were between first and second cousins. So for most of history, like we look at that as being kind of weird now, I guess. But for most of history, it was kind of just like, yeah, you're gonna marry your cousin. That's what you do.
Like a second cousin,
your fucking cousin.
is pretty common still, probably.
Yeah, whatever.
First cousin, though, we understand that there's like a genetic problem there. Like you're a little too close
Paul,
on the family tree,
Just
and that
gonna
there
have
might.
to marry your cousin.
These two, your family tree's a fucking stump. What are you gonna do? I stole that joke from I think Jeff Foxworthy actually.
Oh
but,
damn, dude. Didn't even make up your fucking self.
it was funny.
It was.
Whatever. Polygamy preferred, I'm sure. Monogamy may seem central to marriage now, but in fact, polygamy was common throughout history. From Jacob to King David and Solomon, biblical men often had anywhere from 2 to 2,000 wives, 2 to thousands of wives. Of course, though polygamy may have been an ideal that high-status men aspired to for purely mathematical reasons, most men likely had at most one wife. That's gotta suck if you're like in a village or something and you're trying to get a wife and all the bitches have been married to fucking the king or some shit. You're like, God damn it.
I have 3,000 concubines.
Fucking king's got 3,000 wives. No, there's no bitches left for the rest of us.
It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do, dude? Like,
who's gonna cook me breakfast?
it's like, dude, you have 3,000 bitches. Like, how many more do you need? Like, if you fuck everyone every day, it would take you like 10 years to fuck all your bitches, dude. Come on, give me one. Can I ever have... Can I just have
yeah,
fucking
it's
one?
greedy.
You know what guards the fucking the harem, dude?
I wonder if there was like a Bernie Sanders of the day. It's like, wives for the rest of us, It's like the rich are hogging all the women.
Oh, dude, they definitely existed. But the next thing is blasphemy. You
Blast
die!
me off with his head. He challenges the king.
Yeah,
He challenges
Challenger
the
the king doesn't go well usually.
I wish Paul was here. He does a much better Bernie Sanders, but whatever.
I am here.
No, you weren't. You got up to get a drink.
What? I was thirsty.
You're a piece of
It's
shit.
parched, dude.
You're a piece of shit.
Got cotton mouth, TJ.
Baby's optional. In many cultures, men could dissolve a marriage or take another wife if a woman was infertile. However, the early Christian church was a trailblazer in arguing that marriage was not contingent on producing offspring. The early Christian church held the position that if you can procreate, you must not refuse to procreate, but they always took the position that they would annul a marriage if a man could not have sex with his wife, but not if they could not conceive, Kuntz told Live Science. I don't know who Kuntz is, but I'm assuming there's some kind of fucking expert.
Coats.
Kuntz. Fuck you in Kuntz, bitch. And then...
well, famously, Henry VIII, it's been
yeah,
speculated.
he won all them divorces. That's why...
Well, it was funny because he always blamed his wives, like, oh, they didn't produce an heir because he always wanted a male heir, which he eventually got, but he died young. But after him, and that was a big reason why he split from the Catholic Church was the Pope would not
they wouldn't
grant him
give him no divorces and shit.
Well,
Or whatever,
what they said was that basically for him to marry, because actually his brother had been married to the previous queen, and they said, oh, they had consummated the marriage, so that his marriage was null and void. Of course, the Pope's like, no. You're still married, and I'm not going to grant you a divorce. So he's like, well, fuck this, dude.
Start my own church.
Yeah.
I'm going to start my own church. Yeah.
That will grant me one.
Yeah, that will. And it says you're the
Dude
fucking...
started a whole religion just to get away
Just
from
to
a
get away
chick.
from a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, how bad must that of marriage have been?
Pretty bad,
Pretty
I
fucking
guess.
bad.
Number 5, monogamy established. Monogamy became the guiding principle for Western marriage sometime between the 6th and 9th centuries, Kuntz said. Why are we trusting this Kuntz
Yeah,
person
who the fuck is
so
Kuntz?
much?
Isn't Dean Kuntz dead?
There was a protracted battle between the Catholic Church and the old nobility and kings who wanted to say, I can take a second wife, Kuntz said. The church eventually prevailed, with monogamy becoming central to the notion of marriage by the 9th
Dude,
century.
and you know what happened? Then the mistress was born. Oh, I can't be married multiple times? Well, I'll just cheat with other women.
Well, I think that's what this is about. It's called. This next section is called monogamy light. Still, monogamous marriage was very different from the modern conception of mutual fidelity. Though marriage was legally and sacramentally recognized between just one man and one woman, until the 19th century, men had a wide latitude to engage in extramarital affairs, Kuntz said. Any children resulting from these trysts, however, would be illegitimate and no claim to the man's inheritance.
Bastards.
Bastard son.
Bastard child of a filthy whore.
Men's promiscuity was quite protected by the dual laws of legal monogamy, but tolerance, basically enabling of informal promiscuity. So it sounds like rather than the church prevailing, it was more of like a compromise. It's like,
Here at the bottom is.
I mean, if you look at all of this shit up until this point, it sounds like the church and authorities have taken various stabs at forcing monogamy onto the populace, and they've just found ways around it for most of our history.
I noticed you didn't read the bottom part about women, dude.
Oh,
what happened to women?
Women caught stepping out, by contrast, face serious risk and sentence.
So it was kind of like
they should.
So it's basically like
should.
men can do whatever the fuck they want. It's like, bitch, you cheat on me.
Bitch, that pussy
Now
mine.
I'm gonna beat you.
Bitch, that pussy mine. State or church, I don't know. Civil marriages,
fucking
blah, 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 blah.
Blah,
Blah, blah, blah, blah.
Gay
Oh,
marriage
it's
gains
a gay
ground.
marriage.
No.
That's when things got really
Stop
fucked
it.
up.
Yeah, we got to roll back that clock, man.
Changes in straight marriage paved the way for gay marriage. Ugh. Once marriage was not legally based on complementary gender-based roles, gay marriage seemed like a logical next step. Of course it did to you fucking commies.
I mean, let's just be honest, guys. I mean, gay marriage.
Can we just be honest about gay marriage for a
Then we
second?
get Donald Trump in office.
Can we be honest about gay marriage for a second? It's evil. It's evil, and gay people are demons.
I mean, looking at these like
at
broad
these guys.
overview
Oh, no.
that we've looked at of the history.
Yeah,
of
they even got a gay couple up here. Look at these.
Oh,
look at
no.
them.
Look at these two
Mazel tov
fudge-packing
to 'em.
motherfuckers.
Mazel tov.
They disgust me with their heathenistic lifestyle.
Mazel tov to those gentlemen whose names,
The gays
by
are
the
coming.
way, are from left to right, Jerry and Philip.
How do you know that? It doesn't say that anywhere.
I would bet you $1 billion right now
You're a liar.
It's
that
Jerry
the
and
names of
Phillip.
these gentlemen are Jerry on the left, the jovial one, and Philip, the normally reserved one who is just filled with joy on the day of his wedding.
Gross. You're gross, Paul. You're fucking gross.
How do you guys feel? And we need honesty if this show is going to be good. I feel it.
Feel
I
it.
feel like we need honesty.
Feel it.
Okay?
Feel it, Paul.
How do you guys feel about
Feel
the
that
institution of
big,
marriage? And be honest.
fat
Be brutally
balls.
honest. Given the facts that we've just learned about the broad overview of it, what is your feeling on marriage in the current day?
Feeling on the institution of marriage.
Yes. In the current day.
Present day. I mean, I don't know. Like, you were at my wedding, and I feel like everyone told me, like, a lot of people came to me and said, you know, I normally hate weddings, but I really liked this wedding. You know, it was awesome. It was chill. It was cool, whatever. So I don't know. I feel like you have a lot of latitude to create the kind of marriage you want, if you even want to be in a marriage. So I feel like, you know, because it's so customizable and free and you could develop whatever sort of relationship dynamic you want, you know, I don't really have negative feelings towards it. You know,
Well, it is like at this point, at least, it is like between two consenting adults. So really, how can you fucking criticize it? It's
right.
like-
I mean, like, if you want to do it, I mean, I don't know that necessarily the government should incentivize it in the ways that they do. I don't know that the government should even be involved to the extent that it is. I kind of feel like if two people want to get married, they should just be able to go to the government and say, we're married, and the government should just be like, okay. And it's unfortunately kind of not like that.
no, you have to be registered.
Yeah,
and
there's like a lot of hoops you got to jump through,
licensing
and
and
then
all
there's
that shit.
All this, you know, oh, you get this tax break, or this happens, and you get
Notary
these
public
benefits, and
or
blah, blah,
a
blah, blah.
justice of the peace has to be involved.
Yeah, and it's
You
just
gotta
like-
get, there's all these palms that need to be greased.
Yeah, and I don't like that. I don't like that the government, like it does with so many things, has just turned it into a business opportunity for them to make some money with licenses.
So this
and all
is fucking.
shit.
So this is basically the screed of TJ not wanting to go to the courthouse and actually do his bullshit.
Yeah, I mean it's a whole bunch of bullshit.
I mean,
like
it
that.
does suck. I mean, it's not indicative of any kind of like commitment or anything to
It's
go wait in
nothing
line at a courthouse.
There's nothing about love or relationship
Yeah,
to that.
I mean, we just live in a giant corporation anyway. So
well, yeah, I mean, I object
to
to it across the board,
you
but
know, that you have to.
yeah,
do this.
I don't like their encroachment into the institution. But you know,
course
as far
they're
as the
there.
institution itself, I don't know. I'm not against it.
Well, look, the problems people have
I
with
guess I wouldn't have
marriage.
done it if I was.
The problems people have with marriage is because they've usually had bad experiences. I know people that have had a bad experience with marriage, and
Well,
look,
sure.
the reason why those marriages probably went bad is because those people actually weren't in fact compatible. They got married for other reasons, social or economic or whatever. You know, I mean, there's people that have been in marriages that are just total shams because, like, oh, there's benefits to these marriages. There's people that have been in fucking marriages, you know, just total convenience. Like, look, we both have similar lifestyles. This will just benefit us and end social questions about why we're not married. And there's fucking people that have marriages that you know, it's a gay dude trying to live a straight lifestyle or a lesbian or whatever. I mean, marriage is so complex and to fucking try to do, like, I feel like when you talk about the divorce rate, it's like, oh, well, this is why most marriages fail. We know all these marriages fail. And the simple fucking fact is that you're taking two people who are, and human beings are very emotional, and they're doing it for so many different fucking reasons. And when you take something like that, where people feel a social fucking pressure, like you're bound to that, you have to live this lifestyle.
Right.
Because by getting married to begin with, it's almost like you're kind of bowing to social pressure. It's like with like Paul, like you're like, I'm not getting married because you don't think there's anything to the institution.
Know, I might be too hasty to say that. I don't know what 10 years down the road is going to be like for me. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I want to be one of these hardline motherfuckers. Like, I'll tell you this. I'm just telling you. Oh, what?
Oh my lord, Paul! That
I'll tell you this.
is a fucking backtrack if I've ever heard one.
What?
It was.
I'm being honest.
It went from never to 10. No, 10
That's
years.
what I said. Tonight's show needs some honesty, and I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to dig deep. I'm trying to not be salty Paul tonight. You know, maybe 10 years down. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it again.
The fact that, you know, dude, I've talked to Taylor, dude, and I'm all like,
yeah.
and I'm all like, dude, my money is on Paul being married within 5 years. I was like, I'm sorry. Him and Ashley hit a point, and just be like, guys, I'm good.
Man,
Paul, Paul kind of just like waltzing, like, yeah, I'm good married to Ashley. You know, so you're trying to be all cool about it. I'm like, oh, really?
I wish I could play it cool, but you guys are probably right.
We're talking about the you know, like me and Paul both been through divorces.
Yeah.
Which suck, of course.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, they're horrible.
I feel like you know, I mean, it wasn't easy. There was a lot of fucking pain.
I mean,
in the
obviously
ass.
not going into detail, but the dark space, like
acrimony and
how
shit.
how did you feel when you realized you're going to get divorced?
I mean, it sucked, and you know, I mean, there was I didn't, you know, luckily, there wasn't a lot of stuff that had to be done through the courts. We just were able to come up to you know, an agreement between us as people, and it was an agreement that was very favorable to her. So, I mean, it was like a strain on me to constantly, like, you know.
But you recognize the deal. It made sense
right.
to make that deal.
But I mean, like, you know, I felt like I had to do it because it was really me pushing for that to happen. Because I was like, man, this is not what I want to be. I don't want to be in this anymore. Enough.
Well, I'm talking about the deal. I'm like, well, what is your mindset? Like,
I mean, the mindset is just like
you just one day like, I need to be like, because I mean, that's a big step to say, I'm getting divorced. It's not just like saying we're breaking up. You move your shit out of my fucking house.
Yeah.
Grab your toothbrush. That's like saying like we're gonna legally divide.
right.
And and your first marriage was a big fucking. There's over 100 people there.
Yeah.
It was a big thing. We went up to Ohio. It was this big deal.
I mean, that was the thing. Is like I didn't even like the wedding that I had.
It wasn't you at all.
Right. Like because it was not reflective of who I am as a person.
Well, traditionally, it's not.
Yeah, and I mean,
Like, the dude doesn't really get input on the wedding.
I know.
It's the woman's fairy princess day.
right.
And you don't, like, what could you possibly add to that? Other than being dressing up and looking nice?
I'm just a prop for the day. And it's like, that ain't me. That ain't what I want. And I feel like that was indicative of like how the whole relationship was. And that just was never going to work for me. So it's like when we got married this time, it was like, you know, it was reflective of both of us. We had like, you know, arguments about what should happen and all this. Not like arguments like we're mad, but like
Right, but you both had
debates.
input on the fucking
And
process.
there was like and
you crafted something that you both wanted.
the result of it was we had something that was reflective of both of us and reflected us as a couple, and we only invited people that we actually gave a shit about.
On some of that shit, you guys are privileged to be atheists because religious people are bound by things. They can't craft their own shit.
Right. They have to
go to another guy and he gets to talk about whatever he wants
to
to talk about, and it's got to be done in a religious place, and it's got to be done under these auspices and these, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So was that how yours was?
Mine was weird. Because I didn't want like an overtly religious ceremony, although I was marrying a religious woman. So
Right.
she was Christian, I'm an atheist. I didn't want it to be a traditionally overtly religious thing, but I wanted her viewpoint to be represented as well.
Sure,
and so we came to the agreement that we would get a Unitarian minister who, you know, those are the people you go to.
That seems like the natural place to go.
Exactly. And I met this dude, big fat guy, way bigger than me. And I thought it was going to be a problem right off. He looks at me and he goes, "So, you're an atheist?" And I go, "Yeah." And he looks at her and he says, "You're a Christian?" And she said, "Yes." And he looked at me for a long second. He was like, "Cool. All right. What do you guys want to do?" And I was like, "All right, okay. This might be okay." So we crafted a ceremony that didn't quote from the Bible and shit, that had a couple of little things, you know, that alluded to the religious aspects of marriage for her. And it, you know, that part was okay, but it was weird still to me. Because if I'd had it my way, it wouldn't have been it wouldn't have been a preacher at all standing there.
Right.
But, you know,
it was like So what about your divorce? Like, I don't know what amount of detail you want to get into.
No, I mean, I'll talk in broad strokes about it. But, you know, I don't want to give any personal stuff about her. But, you know, like, from my end of it, it's a little different. I was with my ex-wife for a long time.
How long was your marriage? 11 years or something?
Well, the marriage wasn't 11 years, but we were together, and I say together, living together, sharing finances for almost 12 years in total.
Right.
And then our marriage was about 4 years of that, the last 4.
Okay.
But we were living ostensibly as a married couple for a very long time. And it was hard, man. There was months, like I knew I was leaving for months.
Yeah.
And it's like you're trying to find the softest landing out of that. And that just makes you a shitbag too, because you're in a marriage and you're acting in it.
So you had a long period of time where you knew sincerely that it was over with. And
I had probably about a half a year.
So about 6 months.
About 6 months where I just knew that it wasn't working, and I had to go, and I had to figure out how to do that. And I dithered on it for a long time, and I won't lie, I backslid on that idea. I tried, maybe again with my ex.
Right. So you're like,
maybe I'll try this again.
I got to make this work.
Right.
But then,
but
it's not working. You just can't glue the pieces back together.
I would know very, very soon after that it just wasn't mending, and so yeah, I knew for quite some time that I was going to leave.
Let me ask you this. I don't know. You don't have to answer this if you don't want
okay.
to. But it's like, was it more like a barrier of like coldness, like we don't communicate, or was it like anger? Like you're constantly fighting?
Both.
So it was like...
So like our communication, at least towards the end, the last few years of my marriage, was mostly fighting when it came to personal. Wow. Now, I'm not going to say all.
Right.
And we did have some nice times in that time, but like there was a lot of anger on both sides for different reasons.
Right.
And there was a lot of just... Because of that, we had a house that like just facilitated the end of our marriage, I think, because it was... A large house in terms of length that had basically one end of the house, you could be on that and you wouldn't hear anything going on the other end of the house.
Right.
It was just a long house.
So it kind of became like your house.
I had an office down at the end of it that at first was just a place I'd go play video games, but eventually we wanted to have room for a guest bed, and a guest bed went in there and I started sleeping there. And at first it was time to time, you know what I mean? I'd pass out in there or some shit. By the end, I hadn't slept in my own bed in 6 months.
Wow.
I mean, so like you see Paul's like psychology there. It's like like I'm gonna test the waters. I'll sleep in there maybe.
Psychology.
But yeah,
I mean,
at a certain point, it's like he's actually starting to live apart from her. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
it's obvious.
And really, that was the impetus for me to pull the trigger was meeting Ashley, Because at that point, up until that point, I hadn't even put myself out there emotionally to another person. But the distance that had been created between me and my wife was such that I met somebody that I liked, and I wanted to go and meet them. And it was just like, I cannot do that and remain in this marriage. Now, I could have.
Yeah.
I could have come up with some bullshit reason. Oh, yeah, the guys want me to go to Texas. They're flying me out. Whatever.
Yeah.
I could have made it happen if I wanted to be a shitbag, but I didn't want to be a shitbag.
Yeah, you're just like, no, it's time to just fucking put this to an end.
And so, a lot of people in my life, I think, thought
life.
I left my wife for Ashley, but really she was just a catalyst to something that was happening already.
Sounds like it. I mean, you hadn't even slept in your own bed in 6 months.
Yeah. So it was an ugly thing, and marriage is like, and it's a lot. The thing that was hanging over me that 6 month is all that expectation that comes with a marriage from your family, from your friends, from that other person, and their family.
That's what I mean. The social pressure. Everyone sees you as a couple. I
mean, we were I don't know how long you were with Holly.
Yeah.
How long was the marriage?
The marriage itself was not long. We were in a relationship for
5 years.
5 years, maybe.
So that's long enough for you guys
but
to.
The
have,
marriage was only like the last year and a half.
Were you
like
close with each other's families and shit?
You saw our family.
Yeah, reasonably, I guess.
See, in mine, all the families lived where we lived.
Right.
So it's just like everything
super
was
entangled.
enmeshed and entangled, and I was in her life and she was in mine, and everybody knew it. And you know what I mean? It was a fucking nightmare.
So you basically pulled the bottom layer out of a Jenga tower at that point.
Yeah.
Just like.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy thing.
So I got some marriage facts here if you guys want to do that.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So here's some random facts about marriage. Due to jobs, kids, TV, the internet, hobbies, and home and family responsibilities, the average married couple spends just 4 minutes a day alone together. What about sleeping, though? I mean, they sleep in the same bed, presumably. Over 75% of people who marry partners from an affair eventually divorce.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, I mean, well, you probably because they're moving on to their next affair.
Yeah, because they're like, ooh.
Marrying younger than age 25 dramatically raises the divorce risk. I feel like that's because you're not even fully gelled together as a person at that point.
Isn't the male brain like fully developed at 26 or 27 or some shit
Women
like that?
too. Human beings in general. Like,
so it's like
your neuroplasticity is still pretty crazy until you're about 26.
Right. And then you're...
Yeah. Like, so, you haven't even really come into who you are as a person completely until you're past that hurdle of your mid-20s.
Dude, until you've opened your third eye, dude.
Yeah, that's when this third eye gets squeegeed open. The probability of a first marriage ending in divorce within 5 years is 20%. But the probability of a premarital cohabitation breaking up within 5 years is 49%. After 10 years, the probability of a marriage ending is 33%, compared with 62% for cohabitation.
Well, yeah, obviously with cohabitation, it's like, see ya.
So if you're married, there is a stronger impetus to stay together, probably because of just the legal bonds that you're under.
Like,
at that
I want to
point.
understand
alluded
that
to.
second one. The probability of a first marriage ending in divorce within 5 years is 20%, but the probability of a premarital cohabitation breaking up. So does that mean...
That means that people who've been married for 5 years are less likely to break up than people who are just
together for 5
like
years.
boyfriend and girlfriend for 10 years,
Right,
5
right,
years,
right, got
and
it.
the other ones say the same for the
And that
10
makes
years.
sense,
Less
because it's way
barriers.
more convenient to leave somebody you're not married to.
Yeah. Approximately $6 billion in revenue is lost by American businesses as a result of decreased worker productivity linked to marriage hardship. Employees in a happy marriage, in contrast, tend to increase a company's bottom line.
Oh, there you go.
Marriage does more to promote life satisfaction than money, sex, or even children, say Wake Forest University psychologists, although I have heard criticisms of some of the ways that these marriage studies have been conducted. More than friendship, laughter, forgiveness, compatibility, and sex, spouses name trust as the element crucial for a happy marriage.
I gotta agree with that.
Yeah,
I mean that's the base.
wholeheartedly.
That's the foundation for any happy relationship, though. Period. Not just marriage. You can't have a friendship without some degree of trust.
That's why you could never really fucking get along with Scotty.
You never trusted that motherfucker.
Piece of shit, man. He's my brother. I got to be around him. But I know the second my back is turned, stab. Right in the fucking back. You heard and it's both of us too, because you heard how we fucking savaged Stevie when he wasn't here just now.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But you were pretty awful to Stevie,
I know,
too,
that's what I'm
though.
saying. To Stevie's face, me and Scotty be like, hey, Stevie, how you doing, bro? Love you, bro. As soon as Stevie ain't around and a bunch of people are watching, we're just like, man, Stevie's a fucking loser.
Yeah.
I really like everything you said,
break it on
TJ.
down.
I really like it. Yeah. If we just switch to who it applies to, then I agree with it. If it applies to you, you're the fucking goddamn snake in the grass, TJ.
You're a snake in
You
the grass
fucking
guy. You a
scammer.
snake in the
Where's
grass
the
piece of
RV
shit.
trip to the moon, bitch?
Where's the RV trip to Mars, bitch?
Yeah.
We're still raising money for that, by the way.
Yeah, by the way.
Please donate in the GoFundMe in the fucking
I don't know what you're talking about,
description
TJ.
section down below.
I don't remember no GoFundMe. Never heard of it, man. Never fucking heard of that, dude.
A 15-year-long study.
I don't know the man.
Sorry, a 15-year-long study found that a person's happiness level before marriage was the best predictor of happiness after marriage. In other words, marriage won't automatically make one happy. Well,
No
shit,
shit,
Sherlock.
Sherlock.
Yeah.
Oh?
Over 40% of married couples in the U.S. include at least one spouse who has been married before. As many as 60% of divorced women and men will marry again, many within just 5 years. Well, that applies to me.
Oh. I don't know. Like, how many?
The first one's just a mulligan.
It'll still apply to me for a couple of years if I get married within the next couple of years.
Birth order can influence whether a marriage succeeds or fails. What? The most successful marriages are those where the oldest sister of brothers marries the youngest brother of sisters. What? That's weird. Two firstborns, however, tend to be more aggressive and can create higher levels of tension. Well, that's what me and Chelsea are, so
Oh, shit,
fingers
dude.
crossed for us. The highest divorce rates are when an only child marries another
Oh,
only
dude,
child.
you
Well,
could
she's an only child, and I'm a firstborn, so I don't know how that plays out.
It's almost starting to sound like a horoscope at this point.
Yeah.
The firstborn and the secondborn
In the second phase
shall
of
have
the-
a happy marriage.
Well,
but
I-
the firstborn and the firstborn will
don't know,
be
I feel like-
rent apart.
I feel like whether or not you had siblings and what order you came in the siblings
Oh,
does have
dude.
some kind of effect on your later
Oh,
personality.
yeah. When you meet kids where it's like only child, like, you know exactly what that means. Everyone
'Cause,
knows
like,
exactly what that means.
you were
As opposed to, like, when you
were
had
a
10
brother.
siblings.
You were the only brother, the only boy in a house full of sisters.
Yeah.
And my dad was like that too. And I can see certain things that it did to both of you to have that up.
Like what?
Like you guys have a much more cynical take on women than most people do.
That's fucked up.
It's true.
Oh, it's so
I'm
true.
a
You have-
misogynist, dude.
Well, I'm not saying misogyny.
Oh, dude, our dad would say
all
this
right,
all the time.
misogyny.
Our dad would say all the time, he's all like, you don't think I know what women talk about? I have fucking 5 sisters. I always see them all playing and scheming with these boys. All against these
That's
boys.
what that dude. That is really
all the time.
That is so true, though. Dude, I watched a clutch of women grow up, and they are devious, underhanded, and utterly devoid of any morality. They don't give a fuck. I'm not dead serious.
I know.
Little girls in close concert with one another are some of the scariest fucking sociopaths you'll ever run into. They're just fucking mean. They're
it's like
evil.
It's like that news story a while back about those girls that all got together and were like, I don't like this guy. What should we do? I don't know. Let's get him fired from his job for sexually assaulting one of us, even though he didn't. Then we'll all accuse him of rape.
Dude, there was those 2 girls that like stabbed one of their friends to sacrifice
Slender
them to
Man.
the Slender
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, dude.
You just tell, dude. There's just meanness at the core of that shit. Dude, my sisters, when they saw that movie The Craft in the 90s, they started doing like witchcrafts and shit on me. And they would tell me that they were doing it. They were like, we laid out a circle of salt and wished a pox of plague upon you or some shit. And I'd be like,
Damn.
fuck you, you weird bitches. You putting spells on me and shit? Like, there's a line, dude. You don't put a hex on a motherfucker, even if it is bullshit.
Chelsea's in the chat saying, TJ was the one who pushed for us to get married, not me. Yeah, that's exactly what you want me to think, huh? It's exactly what you want
is there
me
some
to
contention?
fucking think.
Oh, shit.
Is there some contention there, TJ?
There is now, because I'm starting to think cynically.
That she
Hearing-
manipulated
Yeah.
you into thinking
Subtle
you wanted
manipulation.
to get married right now?
She knew if she lit the house on fire, that would fucking prompt a marriage proposal.
I wouldn't put it past them.
And I know she set that fire. She set that
Where
fucking
was
fire.
Chelsea at that time, dude?
Hashtag Chelsea set the fire.
She was unaccounted for. And you know what? She's the one who woke me up like, baby, the house is on fire.
Oh,
she
shit,
did
dude.
seem unnaturally
yeah.
calm
and
on
she
that
had
day.
an unnatural calm to her
She
when she
did.
did it. I remember specifically, she came to me and she's like,
holy shit, she set the fire.
baby, sweetie, the house is on fire. She was almost happy about it, and now I know why. Now I know
Now
why.
you're fucking married, dude.
And the whole time she's like, I could take her leave marriage, but secretly plotting. It's just like, and early, like earlier, I just realized, like, I've become her bitch. It's like every fucking time something's wrong in the house,
dude.
It's like, baby, you gonna make those calls? I have a list. I have a fucking list here,
dude.
There's a list of shit that I'm supposed to do on a sticky note on my computer. Is that my handwriting on that list? No, it's not.
It's not, TJ.
What's going on?
I gotta tell you,
Invasion.
dude. This shit happened to me last night.
Really?
Last night. And Ashley has always been well, not always, but she lately has been I don't ever want to get married. I don't want to ever get married. And I don't ever want to get married to anybody who doesn't want to get married. So I'm just like, I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. Dude, last night she was just like, we're cuddling or whatever. And she's like, I would marry you. I was just like, oh, yeah, I'd marry you too. God damn it. You know what I mean? It's just like a constant tug of war. Women,
man.
broads,
Paul,
broads.
Paul,
dames.
let me explain something to you. You never had a chance, dude. Never had a chance, man.
I know. Trust me, I know that. Growing up with 5 sisters, I know.
Venus trophobia, dude. What the fuck?
Venus trophobia. I don't really have a phobia of it.
What is this shit? Get out of here. Good housekeeping? How do I get rid of it? Look at this shit. It's an unclosable pop-up.
It says I'll pass.
That's
I
what
like
you got to do.
clutter.
I'm
There
looking
you
for
go.
the X. I'm not reading that shit.
Well, now
All right.
did.
Glad you did. So here's some fucking more facts about marriage. Fewer Americans are getting married. Only about 50% of Americans will marry. In contrast, 72% got married in 1960.
I mean, our culture is kind of fast shifting away from marriage. A lot of people are kind of like, it's antiquated. You don't really need it.
They say it's a bummer because marriage has lots of benefits. A lot of studies say you're happier in a marriage,
live longer,
have
more
higher
fucking
income,
money.
blah blah blah. I don't care about the children thing. We don't plan on having any of those. It takes couples longer to get married. Several studies show that most couples wait on average just under 3 years from the time they start dating to get married. That was our wait period. Average engagement 14 months. Ours was much shorter, although she wanted it to be 14 months. Because I was like, let's get married on Halloween. And she's like, yeah, let's get married on Halloween 2019. I'm like, fuck that. 2018. 2018.
Did I fucking met Taylor and then we got married like exactly.
Oh yeah, you're just like, well, I finally found a bitch that'll have me. Let's get married.
Yeah, dude. No shit, man. I ain't fucking stupid. I gotta look a fucking gift horse in the mouth. I'm just like, damn, Taylor, like, you're really awesome and I'm really awesome and let's just do it. That was it. 1 year, dude. 1 year.
Taylor said, Scotty, you are getting a list. You're getting your own list,
Fuck
Scotty.
that.
Oh shit,
Hey, Taylor,
dude! That marriage.
You're getting a list.
Can I go on screen for a second?
Yeah, you can go on screen.
All right, this is to Taylor. Hey, Taylor, look. So I think of your fucking list.
Oh, this is gonna see.
Uh-oh.
Look at it.
Trouble in paradise, dude.
Trouble in paradise, dude.
Trouble
So
in
think about your list,
Doing
Taylor.
your list, dude. You ain't had the list yet, Scotty. Oh,
dude.
Scotty, let me
It's
tell
because
you
he
about
rushed
the
into the
list,
marriage,
Scotty.
dude. It's
Hey,
'cause you rushed in.
You don't got the honey-do list yet, Scotty? Oh my goodness, Scotty, you are in for a treat.
Want to hear mine? Let's hear it.
Yeah, you read your honey-do list, TJ. What's your honey-do list for the week?
Get internet passwords. I did that.
Okay,
Done.
so you can scratch that one off the honey-do
Yes,
list.
I can. Pay bills. Haven't done that yet. Birthday
Thankfully.
presents. We have a lot of people have birthdays in November. Got to get those. Clean patio. I'm not looking forward to that because my cat has started bringing me dead shit.
There's only one or two dead.
There's a
shits
dead
out there.
frog. There's half a lizard. There's a dead cicada. It's fucking gross. I don't like it. Order maids, which I did that too. I'm getting my house deep cleaned.
Oh, okay.
I can't afford a regular maid service. I'm not fucking Mr. Moneybanks, but I'm getting some maids in here to fucking deep
Man, I
clean
feel
this
bad for
bitch.
those maids, dude.
Me too.
Yeah, dude, Scotty, the honey-do list. Oh my God, it's like an axe hanging
A
over your head.
honey-do list is coming, Scotty.
Yeah,
And that ain't even it. That's just like some shit she fucking put
That's a
together
short
in a
honey-do
second.
list.
No, there's more items. They're coming.
Oh, yeah.
There's always coming.
I think she's writing them right now.
Is
actually.
she?
Look at her.
Dude, she's
I
right
think she's
now.
writing
Oh,
the
dude.
honey-do
Oh,
list
that son
right.
of a
Yep.
bitch.
See,
That
she's
list
right
is getting
now.
longer.
That evil
dude.
son of a bitch.
She's adding more items to the honey-do list. I can see it.
When they do, they're less likely to divorce. That is when they take longer to get married. The 50% stat is a thing of the past. Divorce rates have actually fallen since the 1980s. For marriages that started in the 90s, 70% will last at least 15 years. That's up from 65% in the 70s and 80s. The cost of saying "I do" is at an all-time high. An average wedding costs $31,213.
Not for me, dude.
Oh, my God.
Not even close. I mean, look, even my wedding, which we had, I went and I rented a mansion in the countryside, and I bought some fucking decorations, and I had Paul do the fucking ceremony. It was not It was not even approaching $32,000.
I think your wedding was like maybe $1,000.
If I spent $32,000 on that, Chelsea would fucking strangle me to death. She's way too practical. She'd be like, "There's so many things we could buy that are better than that shit."
Yeah, dude. Seriously, like I cost you weed and booze.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, dude. I'm a cheap guy to get married.
She'd be like, "Fuck a
by
marriage.
the way.
Give me a car if you're gonna fucking blow $32,000."
Yeah, no shit. And I can back this up though. I had a very traditional. It wasn't super high budget. It wasn't a giant wedding, but it was a pretty traditional wedding. Expensive dress, expensive venue. It was on the bluffs overlooking the ocean in Pismo, at a resort. You know, expensive fucking flowers, the whole fucking shit. Like when she was telling me like we're gonna go look at flowers, I was thinking about the flowers that she carried.
Yeah.
But there were flowers like lining the fucking shit, like on the sides of the fucking seats
on
that the
the
people
aisles,
were in,
yeah.
and then there were a big arch of fucking roses over us.
Oh yeah, flowers out the
And
ass.
that shit was fucking crazy. I don't know that it was $31,000, but I would not be shocked if we spent $20,000 on that marriage.
crazy shit.
All told, you know, you're talking about all the travel, all the bullshit, all the little things that you
Because
have
it's
to
just
buy.
a giant fucking industry.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like you can't, if you say the word marriage when you're engaging in the rental of something, the price of it immediately goes up. It's just like just the vague insinuation that you want to get married here makes this property more valuable.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, if you say you want to get married at a place, they're gonna be happy to rent it to you, but they're gonna jack up the price because they know you're already getting fleeced everywhere else.
That's why when I got my marriage venue, which was just an Airbnb, we didn't mention shit about what we were planning on doing.
Nor should you have had to because you didn't technically get married.
Yeah, that's true. We didn't have an actual
Right.
official.
You guys
legal
had a
ceremony.
wedding ceremony
Yeah.
thing on Halloween, but there was no marriage that took
Right.
place.
Exactly.
I mean, I can't. I'm not an ordained minister yet
You should be. You should be.
of Paulism.
Piece of shit. The median age for people who get married has gone up. It's now 27 for women, 29 for men.
That's a
Used-
good thing.
So people are
Yes,
waiting
it is.
longer, but also staying together longer.
Yeah, and it used to be 20 for women and 23 for men in 1960.
So clearly,
Yeah.
men and women got married way too young.
Half
Back
of
then.
today's 25 to 34-year-olds have never married. That was a mere 12% in 1960, but they're not opposed to it. According to Pew Research, only 4% of this group said they never want to marry. And marrying a little older is a great idea for college-educated women who make up 56% more annually if they wait a bit. So yeah, which is just better for the fucking relationship.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
this
sure.
is all positive shit. I mean, that really is behind the catastrophic
So
divorce rates.
we can
and shit
thank
in the,
the
past.
internet.
Yeah, it says there's still a vast minority, but more couples are meeting online, according to Pew statistics. 5% of Americans who are in marriage or committed relationships say they met their significant other online. I could say that.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
part of that 5%.
I think all three of us are in that boat.
Interracial and
I guess
intercultural
technically, yeah.
unions are small but growing percentage. So whatever. Same-sex marriage. Well, of course, the number of same-sex marriages are going up. They just got legalized not too long ago.
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
What?
Did same-sex marriage is legal now?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a fucking parody or a joke, dude.
Oh shit.
I'm like really offended, dude. I mean, what's gonna happen to this fucking society?
It's gonna break down.
What are we gonna do? I mean,
It's been breaking down.
What are fucking people gonna fucking marry next? They're gonna marry fucking dogs next? Cats?
It sounds like a lot of this
Horses?
Christian bullshit about like the sanctity of marriage has been fouled and all this is
Dude.
like kind of overblown because it seems like the institution is actually a lot better off now. People are more cautious and their
Without
marriages
being
are
forced
lasting
into it,
longer
yeah.
and they're actually
dude, I-
waiting till they're
Dude, I remember some shit like
adults.
me and you listen to some conservative radio and some redneck came on there and he's all like, if they let these guys marry, what's next? They're gonna marry a chicken or a horse or a dog.
yeah,
or
that's
something,
always been
and it's
around.
all
That's
like
just his fantasy, dude.
It's like the slippery slope fallacy
Yeah.
times 10.
or polygamy or all the other things. It's like, you know what? One, I don't think.
Well, we already had polygamy. Polygamy
what?
was what led to this. So we just
if
be
people want to
backsliding
marry
at that point.
If 10 consenting adults want to all get married, who gives a shit,
I
dude?
mean, couldn't you actually reverse the argument on him since polygamy used to be the way it is? It's like, man, you're just so married to tradition. How long is it going to be before you're advocating for polygamy like they used to do in the past just because it's traditional? You could kind of like push it that way.
right.
Of course, I don't even hear any. It seems like, man, like when it was like Roe v. Wade shit, when that happened, like the conservatives never let that go. It's still to this day, they're killing babies. But like when gay marriage happened, like they pretty much, for the most part, stopped giving a shit. Like you don't really hear too many people talking about it anymore.
Well, no,
Yeah.
it was polling more and more positively. Now it's like most Americans have,
Yeah.
a majority of Americans have a positive view of gay marriage. So it's like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, whatever. Even people who are like, I hate faggots, but, you know, if they want to fuck each other in the butt and get married, I don't give a shit.
If they want to be miserable and married together, I don't give a damn. But they're still going to rot in hell. You know what I mean?
I mean, they might as well have someone to go to hell with, I guess. You know, so
That was
whatever.
like, yeah, dude. Let me tell that story about that dude you met in Alabama when you were with that girl all those years ago. And
So here's the thing.
faggot should be able to be miserable and married too.
Here's something I didn't know. 1 in 4 couples don't sleep in the same bed. Yep, it's not just something your grandparents or European monarchs did. Many married Americans, at least 23%, report that as a result of a sleep problem, they or their partner sleep in a separate bed, room, or on the couch. And a separate study said the figure may be even higher, as many as 30 to 40% of couples. Moral of the story, snoring doesn't have to be a relationship killer. Me and Chelsea sleep in the same bed. We don't really have any problem with it.
Yeah, same. Me and Taylor don't fucking.
I mean,
have
to me,
separate
it's
beds.
always been a sign of intimacy to be in the same bed together. And,
Right.
like, I've always, you know, like when I was not sleeping in the same bed as my wife during that,
It was a bad
period,
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew deep down that that this was wrong. That I
This is not
shouldn't
right.
be. Yeah, I shouldn't be on the other end of the house in the guest bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I could, you know, especially if maybe you can't get like a king size bed, like you don't have the room for it or whatever. Like, because I think if it came down to like, you know, we got to share a double bed or something, I'd be like, you know what, fuck this. I'm going to get my own, I'm going to find a different place to sleep.
for economic reasons, or like I guess extreme snoring or
Yeah.
whatever the fuck. I could
Or
see
like
it.
if you got one of those people that like flails
Yeah.
in their sleep or something like that.
Oh
something
my
really
God,
awful.
dude.
What?
There's a downside to fucking Taylor. It's like sharing the bed with Taylor is like,
Oh, she's a nightmare.
oh yeah, dude. Like if Taylor's on the other edge of the bed, I'll wake up and Taylor will basically push me to the edge. Like she'll be diagonal and like I'm like, Taylor, what are you doing? And she'll be like, huh? And dude, you can't rouse Taylor. It's like rousing Taylor is like almost impossible. So it's like, Taylor, move over there. You're pushing me off the bed. She's like, huh? Okay. And it's like, no, you got to move. Okay. No,
know,
you didn't move yet. Okay. And it's just like, Taylor, fucking move. And she finally like, what?
Chelsea's like the opposite problem because if I have that situation happen where I've been pushed to the edge of the bed, because when she's asleep, she's super aggressive. Like she's very like mild mannered and stuff when she's awake, but asleep, she's very aggressive.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, like dominant. Blankets are mine, bed is mine, spread out, whatever. But I don't. She's not hard to wake up and ask her to move, but you got to do it very fucking gently because if you fucking wake her up, like she instantly, like heartbreakingly, it's like she thinks she's done something wrong. Like, what? What have I done? You know, and it's like, oh my God, no, it's okay. I just want you to move over that way. You know, sometimes though you can just like get out of the bed and go around to the other side.
Oh, yeah, I've done that
because they're
before,
like
dude.
all the way over on your side anyway. So you're like, fuck
yeah, you
it, I'll just be
strategize.
over
You're like,
here.
you know what? If I move over there, oh, dude, but then you have the rollback. It's like women just
Yep.
know. It's like, "Roop."
Well, for some reason you're like a fucking magnet, so it's like, you know. Still, only a few are in sexless marriages. Sure, sex or lack thereof has been talked about a lot. A 1994 study famously found that more than 1% of married men and 2.6% of married women hadn't had sex in a year. Well, the fact that those numbers are different says something. But by 2014, These figures had jumped to nearly 5% of men and 6.5% of women. But not to worry, several studies show that most married couples have sex a little more often than once a week. So there you go. Number 13, couples are sharing the load.
Got no choice.
Share that load.
Share that fucking load, baby.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's not like you couldn't really have, unless you have some exquisitely great job like I am the breadwinner.
Yeah, some people still have those types of jobs, but that old paradigm of like woman handles house, man handle business, that don't happen no more. You got to have two incomes, especially if you're going to have kids.
A 2007 Pew poll found that sharing, this is about sharing household chores and shit. It's actually said sharing household chores was the third most important factor for a happy marriage.
Oh.
Only fidelity and good sex life ranked higher.
Wow, I got to start
doing more chores, dude.
Yeah, you better start choring it up, TJ.
But how does that balance out? When hours spent on paid work, childcare, and housework are combined, parents in dual-income households have a more equal division of labor than parents in single-earner households. Okay.
Well,
now I'm going to show you some unusual weddings, or not, because it's
you're not.
snapping.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap, bro.
So here's a couple that got married nude in front of 250 guests.
Sweet.
I'm not gonna bother reading this boring
Dude,
shit. We're just gonna fucking.
I'm about to rip on these fucking people. Like, yeah, it says they're
How come we gotta look at his butt,
expositionist
though,
and
you know?
stuff.
Dude,
Sure,
they're
she's got a
making
nice
a statement about the commercialization of marriage, man. People spend
No,
thousands
you know
of
what?
dollars on their
They
wedding
couldn't
garb,
find a way to
man.
be actually be special, Paul.
But you know what,
So it's
dude?
like, you know what? Look at my fucking dick and look at her fucking pussy.
I guess
This
he,
is the
he didn't
way
even show
that-
his dick
all-
though. He wore a fucking top hat over his dick.
What?
Yeah.
No, then bullshit.
So
Well,
that's
that's
not
horse
no
shit.
clothes. This is a lie.
Yeah, that's
Boo.
horse shit. He wore a
Boo.
fucking
Either your
top
fucking
hat.
dick swinging in the wind or you're not.
These people got married on a bungee jumping platform and then bungee jumped afterwards
To their deaths.
to their death.
Yeah, and then the cord snapped.
To their miserable deaths. What the fuck is this? That's what I want to know. I'm more fascinated by that.
It looks like
thing.
that machine from the what's that movie with the Carl Sagan wrote?
Contact,
Contact. Yeah, it looks like the Contact machine.
Yeah,
Dude, that's a fucking cool ass thing. What the fuck is it?
it's in Brussels. Apparently,
Dude, I have to go see this now.
Yeah, dude.
the
I wanna go-
Chinese bride who wore a 200-meter long dress
That's just ridiculous.
to set a world record.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. How much? Did
How about
that
these
dress
people?
cost?
The couple who got married at TJ Maxx.
Dude, you should get married at TJ
no,
Maxx.
Dude, you have to read this one. I want to know why the fuck people got married at TJ Maxx.
Bride Lisa Sadiyet decided to combine the feeling of shopping, I guess, with her excitement over bagging her beau. This is why I don't read this shit. Explaining that TJ Maxx is her happy place. Oh my god, just some bitch that's obsessed with fucking bargain shopping too much. Decided to get married
is
in
your
a fucking
fucking
TJ
life?
Maxx, dude.
That's like, of all the places, like, we get married here. Let's get married at TJ Maxx. It's just got the best deals
Got the
in
best
town.
deals at TJ
It's got
Maxx,
the best
man.
deals in town, baby. We're going to get married there. And I talked to the manager, and he said, "Oh, cut us a deal. It's TJ Maxx." It's like, oh, God, just kill yourself.
Kill yourselves now. The groom who decorated his wedding with 99,999 roses to surprise
Dude,
his
fuck
bride.
this dude. He's making us look bad, dude.
Yeah, plus, I mean,
Fuck this motherfucker.
that's
dude.
overkill, man. You don't need that many. And of course, it's some fucking Asian. Xiao Wang. He spent a year's salary
What a retard.
buying
So he's just
99,000.
totally broke.
Yeah.
when they get married.
Because that's how you want to start a marriage.
Eat
Flat
some
fucking
flowers.
broke. The woman who married her dead fiance in the
Well, you
morgue.
really can't get married.
I don't think that counts.
It's saying
That is macabre.
saying
That is
marriage or
utterly
marrying
macabre.
a heartbroken mother decided to marry her murdered fiance. Oops, what the fuck? Why is it bouncing
Some ad
around?
shit,
Ads.
probably.
Stupid piece of shit. Her murdered fiance in a hospital morgue. Irish father of two, Kevin Lavelle, 29, was viciously battered with an iron bar in a gruesome gang attack while working away from home to raise money for his wedding to fiance Michelle Thomas. See?
Dude, the irony of
The
that.
caring dad was attacked by 9 louts.
Dude, look
Fucking
at this,
louts.
dude.
Allowed.
The iron bar. Dude, I play so many stupid video games where you craft shit that I was picturing for like the longest time a bar, like a bar of iron.
Yeah.
Like, fresh from the fucking forge, you motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like him battering somebody. And then I just realized it was probably just like a pipe or some shit.
Why do it in the morgue? All right, I guess you can't move his body out of there. Couple who got married inside a shark
That's
tank.
kind of cool.
I mean, whatever. That's a cool
Yeah,
venue.
they did it in a little cage.
Oh, dude,
there.
you can see it.
Yep.
I want to fuck in one of those one day.
Cool. The Russian couple who decided to get married
Oh,
while
dude.
bicycling.
Exercising and marriage, fuck that, dude.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. The bride who had 110 bridesmaids.
Look how
set
many
a
people
world
care
record.
about
Wow.
me.
I bet she also set a world record for the shortest marriage ever, too.
Oh my God, that sucks.
Ugh, I can't even imagine.
Jill Stapleton, who owns Jill's Tumble World, a dance school, asked her students, all 110 of them, to be her bridesmaids.
Oh, dude, whatever. She wanted the fucking record. That's all that. I love all my students. Please, my bridesmaid. And all the parents like, that's cute.
But I'm
we'll
about to
do
show
it.
you guys the greatest wedding fucking of all time, dude.
All right, let's
Okay.
see it.
Get ready for this.
Oh, dude, I think I've seen
Dude,
this.
did we watch this before?
We've watched this. We watched this on DP back
Oh,
in the day.
okay.
It's a throwback.
It's kind of a throwback.
This is a beautiful wedding, though.
This is my
this is
Juggalo
not-
wedding.
This is the bridesmaid and groomsman here. This is not the happy couple. Here's yet another bridesmaid and groomsman.
Dude, I like
See,
how-
dressed to the nines.
I like how everyone here is appropriately trashy, dude.
Yes.
Like, no one here is, like, looking dapper.
All right. No, well,
There's the
you
bride,
speak
right?
too soon, Scotty. You speak too soon because look at this lovely vision of a bride.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hold on, they got to start playing the Juggalo
sorry.
music. Oh, we got a flower
They
girl.
got the flower
See?
girl going.
You guys are maligning this, but this looks like a class act.
They got
so
Fago
far.
over there.
They got
Let's
handicap
take a walk
parking in the
down
back.
walkway to get married today.
I mean, they're gonna say their vows in front of a woman that can't walk under her own
ICP,
power
dude.
anymore. That's awesome. Let's see.
They're even literally
Someone's
doing
literally just going dun 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 dun.
Oh wait, is that the bride?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the bride, and that's the groom.
The
okay.
groom's already up there, dude.
Yeah, he started
it.
up
Dude,
there.
that woman has a terrible fucking mullet, dude. And the guy that keeps touching is like, you got
Dude,
a mullet, baby.
this dude put on his nice sneakers for this.
We're gonna have us a Juggalo wedding.
He's wearing a fucking, like, baseball
He's
fucking
wearing
jersey.
basketball shorts, a t-shirt with a fucking warmer underneath it, and tinny shoes.
Can you do it, Mom?
Is this actual footage of Brett Keene's wedding, dude?
This is too elaborate. To
Yeah,
be
this
that
is
wedding.
way too expensive.
We've already mentioned that. Quit mentioning that piece of
I
shit.
know.
on the show,
I
for
started
fuck's
it
sake.
though. It was really me that did it.
Don't do that again.
I know, dude.
No,
I
I
couldn't
don't
help
give a
it. It
shit,
just came
dude.
tumbling out.
Yeah.
It's fine. Every once in a while, it's fine, dude.
Whatever. I have PTSD. I have manatee PTSD, TJ.
And a TSD.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a flashback, okay? It happens.
Dude, I love the fucker with the Fago in the background just waiting to spray
He's
him.
got a hatchet, dude. And his
Yeah.
little feminine voice. Do you, David?
Hey there, David. Do you promise to whoop whoop with this juggalette until the crazy, crusty fuck nut comes out of
Do
your
you
ball
promise
sack?
to be down with the clown till you're dead in the
promise?
ground?
Do you promise to whoop whoop?
Oh, there goes the oh, that's traditional there.
Fucking Fago, dude.
Yes. Instead of the cake eating smash that everybody gets, the cute little cake thing, they get drenched
We're throwing
in
Fago at you.
You have
2
been
liters.
baptized
Oh,
in
you're
the
gonna get some
Fago.
Fago.
2 liters of the cheapest
Yeah,
shit
get 'em
sugar
soaked.
soda that you can buy on
How
the
come
market.
she gets more Fagoing than he does?
Because that's what the whole Fago thing
Privilege.
started, is like pouring it on bitches so you can see their tits.
Oh, okay.
So the bitch is clearly going to get more Fago. Plus, she can't defend herself as easily either. You know what I mean? It's probably more likely.
I think this one girl sitting right there in the blue shirt is aware of fucking how much this
How
sucks.
cringy this is and
Yeah,
how
she's
retarded.
just like, oh my god.
I don't think so,
Wow,
dude.
how romantic. Look at the romance here. Oh, man.
No, you know what she's thinking, TJ? Bullshit. She's like, I can't wait till I have my juggalo marriage one day, mama.
Well, may it last 1,000 years. Wow. And the folks that came, they all dressed real nice, too.
We'll have a wedding between our houses.
One of those bridesmaids looked like she's about ready to go back out to the corner and start sucking dick or something.
I'm taking a break,
Look like-
sweetie. I gotta
they-
get back.
We're short a bridesmaid or something
I
that's
just
willing
saw
to do
me
this.
a real nice wedding.
Why are all the guys really skinny, but all the women really fat?
Because all the women are eating all the food and the guys can't get any.
All these skinny ass cucks are working the hard ass factory jobs to feed these heifers.
They're all fucking skinny as shit. And all the bitches are fat, dude.
Yeah, dude. The fat of the land, dude. They're drinking all that Faygo up.
Oh, give me some more
Man,
Faygo.
who is the hooker over there, dude? I want to know who that sloppy old hoe is that's over there. Whoop, whoop. I think that chick right there knows how cringy this
what do
is,
you
too.
think,
She looks like
Andy?
Melania Trump.
I think it was the best wedding ever. And I'm going to have one not just like it.
Okay, yeah, she hated
yeah.
it. Shit, so I was right. She knew it was shit.
I'm going to have one not just like it.
I'm going to have a wedding that's... oh, wait. They didn't even
Oh,
do this
dude.
part of the ceremony.
Yeah, where's
They just
Grandma
got-
going?
Like, the fucking idiots at their fucking wedding, like, just jumped in with the Faygo before they even had a chance to put the fucking rings on their fingers.
Yeah,
what
dude,
a
the guy
memorable
wasn't even
day.
done doing the ceremony or whatever. They're just like, fuck this, Faygo happens the end. She's missing a tooth. I love it.
Oh, no.
Of course she is, TJ. She bathes in Faygo. I mean, what do you want? Dude, I've seen another... Dude, search for other Juggalo weddings, because there's other... Dude, there's a funny one. There's like one where they're like all... It's at the reception, where they're all juggaletting it out.
All right.
Try and find Juggalo wedding reception. Yeah, this guy will he'll DMCA us if we watch his video, TJ. I know this Joe Goes Juggalo guy, and he's a false flag, and I don't know if he is, actually. Don't sue me, Joe.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
I don't know. I remember an old video of just a retarded bunch of juggalos.
I'm sure it exists, but I don't know. I can't find
Yeah,
it. Whatever.
well, I wish I would have known you were going to
Great
cover
research,
Juggalo
TJ.
love
Fuck
tonight, TJ.
you guys.
Great fucking research.
Here's some
TJ.
great polygamists of our time.
Oh, the most wives.
4 men with the most wives. I don't know if these are. This is from legit.
Oh.
So
It's legit.
Well,
you know.
duh. I mean, you don't have to question that.
So the first one is Salah al-Siyari from Saudi Arabia. The 64-year-old businessman has had 58 wives, but he doesn't remember the names of most of them. The Islamic law allows men to have up to 4 wives at a time, but he says he has kept the same 3 for the past 20 years or more. It's the 4th wife that he rotates. I like to change my
freedom.
4th wife every year, Salah boasted. So he's kind of gaming the system a little bit. You know, you're only allowed 4 wives. He's like, yeah, well, you know,
I'll just keep.
Look,
I'll just have a
I normally
rotating
have 3.
4th
Isn't
slot.
like divorce frowned upon in the Islamic world though?
Well, he's a fucking rich
Or is he
businessman,
killing him?
So
Dude,
maybe.
I believe.
She dishonored me, stone her.
I believe with Islam, you can say I divorce you 3 times if you're a man, and then you're.
I divorce you, I divorce you, I divorce you, get lost.
Is that really how it goes down?
Yeah. If you say I divorce you 3 times,
It's
you're
like
divorced.
summoning. It's like
I
summoning
divorce
Beetlejuice.
thee.
Yeah.
I divorce thee.
Stupid motherfuckers. It's like summoning Beetlejuice to get a divorce.
It is. So,
Heard you want to get rid of your wife. I can do that for you. Come on, buddy. Just say it. Come on, say it. Say I divorce you. Come on, say it. What a fucking absurd culture. Oh, I love it.
only for the men, though.
Marriage is awesome. Yeah. So women have no recourse. They
I
just
don't
gotta
even think.
stick it
I don't
out?
even think they can. I mean, maybe they. There's
Maybe,
some way
can
they
they say I divorce you 999 times?
Nope.
I think women might be able to get a divorce if like
I think they gotta like prove that their husband like
it's like,
beats them
Severely
beyond what Islam allows, or
which I'm sure is pretty fucking.
something. I don't know.
I'm sure it has to be pretty bad for it not to be allowed.
Number 2, Ziana Chana, India. This man thinks he has the biggest family in the world. He has 94 children, 14 daughters-in-law, 33 grandchildren, 39 wives.
Wow.
All of them live in India in a 100-room house.
Jesus.
Here's
Yeah,
some,
but you know what, dude? Even a 100-room house with that many people must be a fucking nightmare.
oh fuck!
I
yeah,
feel
dude.
There's
like
94
God's-
kids.
He says, I feel like God's special child. He has given me so many people to look after. I consider myself a lucky man to be the husband of 39 women and the head of the world's largest family, he stated to reporters.
Huh.
Number 3, Bello Masaba from Nigeria. Bello Nasaba is a Nigerian Muslim. He claims he has 107 wives. He currently lives with 86 of them. Bello used to have only 2 wives, but later decided he needed more. I get a revelation from God telling me any woman I'm going to marry. If it wasn't from God, I wouldn't have gone beyond 2. Yeah.
Oh, so that's his game.
Look,
Allah has told me to marry you. I get it.
any woman who will have me, I must marry. It is God's will. Okay, so number 4, Simon Ado, also from Nigeria.
Wow.
Simon, also known as Anuwa, African Solomon, or
Ooh.
Satan is sleeping.
Ooh,
That's
this
a cool
dude
nickname.
has got some dope nicknames.
That's a dope. I mean, like Satan is sleeping doesn't even sound like a nickname, but it's
Yeah.
an awesome nickname.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, hey, I'm Satan is sleeping. What's up?
Yeah, dude. Wow. What a pimp.
68-year-old herbalist from Enugu State. Currently, he has 58 wives and nearly 300 children.
Wow.
And he is not going to stop. The man even asked Igboez, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that,
Right.
North local government to build his own village for his family. He intends to name the new Anuwa.
Assuming they meant
The
the
new
new
town.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, man, there's gonna be some serious inbreeding issues with that
After
shit, dude. He has his own village. It's all populated by fucking people with such a close.
This is the village for
Dude,
my
how do you-
children.
How do you collect like one nickname that cool? Much less like at least 2 of those are really cool. Like I'm African Solomon. It's like cool.
My enemies call me Satan is sleeping.
Yeah, it's like what? How did you get
Don't
3
wake him up,
nicknames?
bitch.
Dude, are you guys joking? That guy would be way too busy fucking to even have that conversation. He'd be like, "No, I must fuck now. Bye."
Satan is sleeping, but my penis is not. I have many women to please. All right. Rock on.
He doesn't have fucking time to talk to you guys.
Rock
He's got
on,
58
Nigerian
wives.
guy.
He gotta be fucking. He got over 300 children.
So this is some Christian spanking.
Ooh,
Christian spanking, guys.
naughty.
Nice Christian
Does the
spanking.
Bible permit it, TJ?
Is that really going on now? Christians are
Yeah,
being-
dude.
I thought that whole kinky shit was not.
Nope.
You know?
Spanking has been a much anticipated staple of every leather-bound BDSM daydream we've had, but now a new movement called Christian Domestic Discipline is appropriating it for its own crazy, sexy, kinky use.
Ooh.
Problem is, the way it's being used skirts the very blurry line between fetish, misogyny, and domestic abuse. Probably due to the fact that it's based around allowing husbands to keep their wives in line by taking to corporal punishment. Much of what is known about CDD is from the website Learning Domestic Discipline and was written by husband and wife duo Clint and Chelsea. Right? Chelsea, you been up to something? AKA the A-list celebrities of Jesus-flavored spousal spanking.
Ooh.
I don't know if this makes Christianity cooler or spanking lamer.
I think both, dude.
Maybe a little bit meet in the middle.
Yeah.
As they state on the website, CDD is an arrangement between 2 adults who share the belief that the husband is the head of the household, and with that position comes the right to enforce his authority.
Now, all rightly doodly, Margaret. I've had just about enough of your lip today. Get over my lap and receive your blessed spanking. That's
they're-
not really BDSM anymore. I mean, I guess it is.
They're going hardcore with it. Like, this is some of the stuff they use. Spoons,
Ooh.
Whoa, dude.
hair brushes,
Nice.
belt,
Okay.
Gotta fucking discipline. the
paddle,
woman.
got to use the paddle,
Yeah.
cane.
Oh, a cane.
That's hard. That's hardcore. You don't want to fuck with
A
that.
fucking switch, dude.
Switch.
That's not a switch. That's a cat of 9 tails.
That is, but whatever. What is
a
this?
video game.
A video game?
Oh, your
I
own
guess it
red
says your hand.
Your own red right hand. Yeah.
Wooden spoon. That's I guess their recommended one is the wooden spoon.
Got it. The wooden.
And
spoon.
anyway, the rest of the article is just about how it's misogyny and blah blah blah.
Got
But
it.
whatever. Fuck
Nah,
that.
who cares?
They
She doesn't
wanna-
like it. She can.
They want to do it. They could do it.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
All right,
dude?
but
If they wanna
here's
fucking
here's
spank
some
each other
less
on 'em.
interesting Christian marriage stuff. This is from the blog Christ-Centered Mama.
What the fuck, dude?
Motherhood to the glory.
How the fuck did you find this
of
shit,
God.
dude? This looks awful.
Let me tell you something, Scotty. Motherhood to the glory of God.
This
8 lies.
This
Satan
is something I think
whispers
my
to you
sister
about
would
your
probably
marriage.
be into. I don't know if she is into it, but it sounds.
She might be writing it for all we know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, those Satan whispers, dude, late at night.
Here's what we got. 8 lies Satan whispers to you about your marriage.
Oh, okay.
I laid in bed with my 7-week-old son and watched my husband sleep. My husband was very supportive of me, but my hormones were lying to me. I remember feeling so incredibly alone. Postpartum depression and pure exhaustion had taken its toll on me. The thoughts running through my head were a little frightening to me. I don't even remember any of them specifically, but I remember thinking that my brain was not my own. I didn't feel close to my husband, or perhaps I felt we weren't in love anymore, that all my foundations were crumbling under my feet. I knew that I was in a delicate state emotionally, and I knew I was under attack. Satan sees Christians in their weak moments and pounces. Is it any surprise?
Postpartum depression is a fucking well-documented medical
No, dude,
condition.
it's
Well documented
Satan.
Satan.
Paul, when these women are at their lowest, Satan pops out and goes, "Remember me, bitch, it's Satan."
Is it any surprise that I even had doubts about God in these low times? Wow. In my weakness, Satan was attacking me.
Dude,
in
it sounds
all
like
of
she had
my
a moment
roles.
of, you know what this sounds like to me? I know nothing about it, but it sounds like she had a moment of clarity, like, this is all bullshit, and told everyone, like, I'm having a lot of doubts, and then it's like, oh, shit.
Oh, wait till we get to the 8 lies Satan whispers to her.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay,
He was
yeah, let's go
whispering?
ahead.
Yeah.
How's he whispering if he's sleeping? Remember?
Oh,
Satan,
yeah.
I'm just saying,
Satan
it
is
screams to
sleeping.
me of someone that fucking is backpedaling a lot. You know what I mean?
In my weakness, Satan was attacking me in all of my roles, as a Christian, as a wife, as a mother. All through whispers.
So she just fucked up a bunch of shit, dude.
whispers.
Oh, dude, she fucked up royally. Like, she was just a terrible fucking person and mom, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, Jesus, now.
So here we go. She's going to go. There's a bunch more bullshit. Blah, 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 blah. Here we
Get
go.
to the 8 lies.
8 lies Satan whispers to you about your marriage. Number 1, your desires are more important than God's word.
You didn't do it right, TJ. You should say, your desires are more
I probably would, but my throat's still recovering.
Oh.
So you can go ahead and whisper it if you want. There you go.
Your desires are more important than God's word. You stupid cow. Kill your baby, kill your baby.
Hasn't this been Satan's number 1 lie since the Garden of Eden? He told Adam and Eve, did God really say? That doesn't even make sense as a sentence. Don't you want some of that forbidden fruit? You must have misunderstood him.
I've had a bite
He
of
would
that.
never
and I'll
deny
tell
you something that you
Oh,
really
dude,
want.
this all makes sense to me now, dude.
Yeah.
This is a bunch of horse shit, and this chick is making a bunch of money off ads.
Yep. So, Paul, number 2.
You deserve better than you deserve better than your husband.
In hell,
So basically, if your husband sucks
you've settled into a mediocre
and you,
marriage,
and you just look at him and he's
Gotta
like a
accept it.
slob that's unsupportive and a piece of shit in every way, in every respect.
But then Joe Johnson, the single guy at church, is hardworking and has those pretty eyes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know what I'm talking about.
don't
Satan's
deserve
that's
better.
just Satan lying to you.
Yep.
Satan lying.
You are alone. Your husband is against you. He is your enemy.
Loneliness is one of the most effective tools in Satan's arsenal. Satan knows that we are designed for communion and community, and knows when we are functioning or surviving outside of our design, we are most likely to entertain
what's
the
fucking
whispers from anyone, including even
Dude, you know
him.
what's funny is really so she's made Satan into this character that made her do all these bad things, and
Right.
have all
She's
these
basically
desires.
taken the naughty
But-
part of her own
but-
personality,
yeah,
has
but let's
doubts,
be
and been like,
honest.
that's Satan.
If that's Satan, then you are Satan.
Yep.
Why don't you own up to what a fucking piece of shit fucking person you are, instead of blaming an imaginary character and saying, no, that imaginary character knew I was going to be a piece of shit.
Here, the things she's saying Satan attacked her at a time when she was weakest, owning up to the fact that she has postpartum depression. So she's not claiming Satan caused the postpartum depression. She's claiming that Satan attacked her during that by giving her symptoms of postpartum depression.
Your sins are not as bad as your husband's sins.
What bullshit. We're all equally shit in the eyes of the Lord. All right.
There you go.
You are tired and deserve better treatment from your husband.
Think about that.
What if she is and does?
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's
You know what I mean?
that's a
Like,
distinct possibility.
Think about the horribleness of this advice. Like some fucking woman whose husband's like beating her or something finds this and is like, oh, when I get mad at Harold for beating the fucking shit out of me,
It's Satan.
It's Satan that tells me that I should leave him.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be that overt. It could be
Yeah.
like psychological abuse, where he's just like witheringly angry with her all the time.
I
and
made you a casserole. Casserole again, fucking bitch.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
Make me a fucking steak.
yeah, God forbid a Christian woman have a thought like, I might deserve a little better than that. I don't know.
Nope, Jesus said no.
Take this Bible verse and justify your behavior towards your husband.
Now, this one
This is another little part of her naughtiness
shit.
Yeah,
that
look-
gets blamed on Satan.
Let me read this one. This is crazy. A lot of times women will look at the verses about how husbands should love their wives and ignore the verses about how wives should respect their husbands and submit to their husbands. If your husband is using Bible verses against you like a club to the head, that's not loving in the least. You also shouldn't do the same to your husband. Don't use the word of God as a weapon to nag your husband with. So basically, allow him to continue being like, wives obey, bitch.
Right.
Bible says
But
this.
don't bring up any of the verses that say what his obligation is to
Subvert
you.
your will to his.
Yeah.
Totally.
But even though it says so in the Bible somewhere, like, she's basically telling Christians, like, ignore that part of the Bible and just fucking do as you're told.
Not only
cunt.
that, she's telling Christian women that these thoughts that they have in their heads are from the devil.
Yeah.
It's the devil whispering in their ear. It's not their brain rationalizing a shit marriage and a terrible husband.
Your pain is too big. Too big for the outdated Bible. Bible sucks.
Paul says she like more like Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat.
I will swallow your soul.
All right, here's the 8th one. Read it.
Your children are more important than your marriage.
They are. They are. The devil's whispering truths in your ear, you dumb bitch. I tell you what, if you're in a horrible, torn up marriage with an abusive husband and you're screaming at each other all the time, guess what? Your children are better off outside of the marriage. They are more important. Their lives are going to be improved. Wow. Why does the devil whisper such common sense advice?
Devil's a
Yeah.
smart
It's almost
guy.
like your brain might arrive at these ideas on its
Yeah.
own while using its power to
The
rationalize.
devil's also like, put money into your 401k for retirement. You know, and she's like, it's Satan. Put your money in a mattress under
Yeah.
your bed.
Give your money to the church.
It's like,
8
come on. dude.
times Satan whispered to me about money giving to the church.
When on autopilot, I think a lot of moms fall into this trap. Sometimes we can find that our kids are easier to relate to because they are so open. Ladies, believe it or not, Satan can and will use your kids to break you and your husband apart.
What?
Don't let him do this.
You did that.
Satan wants a foothold in your children's lives.
See,
and
this is the-
unfortunately, he knows that without a stable mom and dad relationship, this can be an easy route.
If you've
for
got
him
a
to
pair
take.
of fucking unruly, bratty fucking kids, that's on you. That ain't on nobody but you.
Dude, Satan's pretty fucking bored to fucking be so intimately involved in this bitch's life to begin with.
Yeah, like, man, Satan.
Why does Satan have so much power over this godly household? Like, isn't like being a Christian like
postpartum depression opened the door?
oh,
for
no,
him, you
kick
know.
the door open. What about the
Normally-
kids though?
Well, you know,
Kids.
the
What
kids
kicked
are
open the door? Why was Satan able
Well,
to
you know,
use your children like puppets for a little while while you were
kids
depressed?
are so open that they're more susceptible to Satan. They haven't
Got it.
built up those
But
resources.
don't they have like a Christian shield they can put up around their house, like, like the force field?
Yeah, Satan be gone. Spread some holy water on the grounds. The
I mean,
power of Christ
she keeps
compels
about
you and all that shit.
dude.
I don't believe in that hooey.
It's all a bunch of hoopla.
Yeah, this is not a Catholic thought process.
no,
here.
no. This is not.
This is a very evangelical Christian waspy soccer mom driving around a fucking minivan full of screamers.
Oh,
type
Satan
of
is going to whisper
article.
to you. Yeah, anytime she makes a questionable life choice. Oh, that was Satan whispering to me.
Yeah, not only that, but like actual rational considerations are Satan whispering to you, like going like, "Oh, my husband's a piece of shit, and I might deserve better than him." That's the devil.
the devil.
Why? Like once again, why is the devil trying
See,
to get your back?
I think that this
If the
is
devil,
this is
hold
the
on.
fucked up relationship, not the people in the Christian BDSM shit. This is the fucked up one.
Oh,
to
fuck
me.
yeah, dude. Completely.
If the devil really wanted to maximize suffering in your life, wouldn't he be whispering for you to stay with the fucking sadistic piece of shit
No.
that's beating
Yes.
you?
Yeah.
Wouldn't he be like, yeah, don't ever let the marriage fall apart. Do it for the church. The church. Keep it together. Because he'd want you there getting the shit beat out of you and terrorized every day. Because isn't that what the devil gets his rocks off to?
One day God will touch his heart and he'll stop hitting you.
I mean,
Yes.
come on, man. This whole fucking shit. And there are whole swaths of people that just operate reading this shit and going, oh, that's the church.
Not to
Just
mention,
so you know, this has been shared
not to
1.4
mention,
thousand times. So.
The devil's
it's not a whole hell of
insidious.
a lot, but that's enough to
Dude,
be
the
disturbing.
devil's a master of deception. If you could see the devil coming a mile away, don't you think maybe you're being faked out a little bit, bitch? Like, you don't think the devil is cleverer than you, where it's like, I'm going to whisper something. Oh, I spotted Satan. It's like, is that
Gotcha again, Satan.
I mean, if you
Shucks, guys.
if you understand enough to acquiesce to having a depressive condition like postpartum depression, why can't you understand that you'd be symptomatic while having it? Like, you're going to be sad. You're going to feel like everybody's against you.
it's-
Your relationships are going to be strained.
But that's the lens through which these people view the world. I mean, if she even genuinely views the world this way, which, I mean, part of me is very skeptical of that. It just seems like this is a money-making scheme for this woman.
Let's see.
I mean, maybe she genuinely believes it. I don't know.
yeah,
then
look
she
at the
goes
bottom
on-
like she's selling a book of this.
she goes
or some
on
shit.
to proselytize. I don't think it's a book. Maybe it's.
But, I mean, religion's... We all know religion's just a giant fucking scam
there are
anyways.
books though. More
Of course
Christian
there's
marriage
books. Yeah, there you go. Oh, buy this book. Oh, Christian money advice. It's just, dude, it's a market for suckers, dude. I mean, TG, you know how much money you could make going out there and going and saying, you saw the light one day, you slipped
Saw
and
the
bumped your
light.
head, and then you had a vision from Jesus, and you can go fucking get a bunch of Christian rubes like, oh my God, he was an admitted atheist and saw the light. Here's my money. Take my money.
Man, it's so tempting some days.
It would be easy, too.
I know.
It'd be so simple.
They're the biggest suckers in the fucking world. Religious people are total fucking suckers, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, they might be skeptical in other parts of their life. I'm not saying but when it comes to that, their brain just shuts off like, good, give money to, support, I am part of community, it is good.
So yeah, as for the topic of marriage, lots of different kinds of ways you could do it. This is obviously fucked up here.
I mean, with the varying degrees of success.
Sure.
Some people are fucking. You got Christians spanking each other. You got fucking juggalos pouring Faygo on women with no teeth.
Yeah.
You got people like me and Chelsea fucking
What
getting
about-
married at Halloween.
Dude, what
in
about
weird
long
mansions
marriages?
and shit?
That's something we didn't, because there's fucking people, and
Oh
back in the
yeah,
day,
that's true.
people would be married for like 50 plus years, and I've known several people and been made aware of
Long
I
marriages.
think like Taylor's grandparents or something were married like 70 plus fucking years, dude.
I mean, it does happen from time to time.
I mean,
these marriages do.
Some people fucking till death do they part is actually a true fucking statement from that day forward, dude. And that's a crazy ass thing too to think, because we always kind of hear about the negatives of like, oh, people get married, it's miserable, and there's like a million fucking trope jokes at the expense of marriage. But sometimes that
Well,
shit does
I said there was
work.
not going to be any Wikipedia, but I guess that on this subject I can pull up some Wikipedia.
Wikipedia the show. Wikipedia the show.
List of
90
people with the
fucking
longest
years,
marriages. Length of marriage.
90
90
years.
years.
I mean,
291
okay.
days.
I got to be honest with you though. At a certain point, that goes into autopilot because you get so fucking old that it's just like there's no reason my dick
They're
doesn't
in
even
the
work
UK, dude.
anymore.
They're from United Kingdom.
It's Mr. Magoo. I didn't even know I could do a Mr. Magoo. My neck doesn't even work anymore.
88 years. K. Philippos Thomas and Sosoma Thomas.
Wow.
See, this is the North Carolina, longest in the United States. 86 years, 290 days.
Wow. For Herbert Fisher Sr. and Zinira.
Zelmira. Something. Fisher.
86 fucking years.
So, I mean,
dude.
obviously, there's not much of a story behind any of these.
Sure.
I mean, I'm sure there is, but not on this
I mean,
page.
it just looks like it's,
But yeah, I mean, like tons of marriages, 80 fucking years of being married.
And that's just ridiculous.
I mean, that's
most people won't even live that long.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, a lot of people don't even live that
That's
long.
longer than the lifespans of
well,
most
that's just
people.
two fucking people that live to be 100 plus or near it.
Number
just getting
50
married.
on the list is 80 fucking years.
Well, a lot of these people get married when they're like 14 or 15, too. They get married like super early in life, and there's a great match and stay together for their whole lives.
Yeah.
Crazy fucking
Paul's
shit.
like, I don't think I'll even live this long. Fuck that.
Yeah, there ain't no way.
Yeah, I mean, like,
There's no
especially
way.
these two. Like, how old were they when they fucking got married?
Yeah, because they were like 16 when they got married. That's still like, holy shit.
If you click the, if you go to the notes, you can see the
They'd
news
be
article.
106 years old.
So there you go.
Let's see this. Here's the thing about them.
Oh my god.
Whoa, dude.
They look like fucking wax sculptures at this
They
point.
do, dude. Oh god.
Blah, 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 blah.
So they're 100 and
They're 109 and 102,
102,
respectively.
Wow.
They were married in
Wow.
1925. Get out of here. I don't care about you.
In India.
I guess.
Yep, they met as teenagers. Go back up.
Yeah. Okay.
That picture. She must be funny or something, huh?
I
A
don't
good
know.
cook.
Oh no, dude.
She looks like my Uncle Frank.
I mean, who knows?
This dude married my Uncle Frank, dude.
Who knows what the fuck they looked like when they actually got married?
Looks
you know?
like my Uncle Frank in Rouge.
They're 100 and something years old at this point, dude.
There's a babushka out
Dude,
there
he
that looks
fucking-
like my Uncle Frank.
He looked more like the woman initially. I know what you were saying. I was like, is that the woman or is that the woman?
It took me a second. I thought they had a weird gender swap
I'm like,
wedding.
is this a gay marriage? What's
There was a
going
face
on?
swap that happened.
Dude, what the fuck, dude?
Dude, is that why they've been together for so long? Because she's like a man and she never revealed it to anybody, and he stayed married to her to help keep the secret. You know what I mean? So she could live as a woman.
Dude, that's
Dude, it makes
commitment.
sense.
89 years or 90 years. What the fuck, dude?
I want to figure this
Can
out.
you pull a bigger image of that? Can we zoom in and enhance
Dude,
this,
that's
dude?
mean.
We have to,
We're
dude.
being so mean.
We have to, dude.
She's dead by now.
Oh
Oh,
my!
no enhance. Zoom in on her, dude.
Dude, she
Oh my
has
God.
a bigger mustache
Oh
than
my
he does.
God. I don't even understand this. What is going on? I don't know. I don't fucking. I've seen so many people like 100 plus on the news and shit. I've never seen a 100-year-old woman look like this. Our grandma lived to be 101, dude, and she did not look like this. She did not look like a fucking. I don't know.
She looks like an orc or something. Like
Something you doing?
yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Work.
Oh man, I'm a heartless piece of shit.
I can't help it, dude. I've never seen anyone look like. Oh my god, I don't know, man. You thought you had seen everything today, and then you
Yeah.
fucking see some shit like this, dude. I'm dying.
What can you do, dude? Love is love, dude.
Dude, I can't say anything else. We can't top this, dude. This show it's over, man.
Love is love, Scotty. You gotta respect
Love is love, dude.
You gotta respect love.
props to their
'Cause go
96
back over to the
year-old.
dude. Go back over to the dude, TJ. He looks happy as fuck. Dude, he is loving rolling around in that pussy every fucking night, dude. He's enjoying it still.
This thing ain't rolling around, dude.
Dude, look at that expression. He looks like he's fucking having the time of his life with this woman.
Damn, dude.
89 years in 2014.
Well, good for them. Good for them.
And when they got married, it was what year?
1925.
Like
1925.
1812.
Before running water and electricity.
Oh my god, dude. Holy shit.
Yep. Yep. Jesus.
Oh man, I'm never gonna stop laughing about that one. Oh shit.
Well, there it is.
Oh man.
Yep. All right. Well, that's the show.
That's the show.
Thanks for watching.
Good night, everybody. Oh,
Actually,
look at him.
We gotta end now.
Happy couple.
This is an easy preview, dude. This is an easy preview.
Yeah.
Oh god, dude. I'm just cutting the last 10 minutes of the fucking show.
Hold on. I don't know if I could even get away with this, but I gotta try.
What are you gonna do?
I gotta at least try. We didn't get away with at least a little bit.
What the fuck, dude?
Come on, man.
Welcome to my nightmare. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel like you belong.
All right, that's as much as I think I could probably get away with. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.